Hi everyone, welcome to What the Health. So the last couple of weeks have been frustrating for me, to say the least. I'm going to start from the beginning. So about 2 weeks ago, I started to notice a bit of a pain and discomfort developing in my back. And I hadn't had a moment where I thought, say I was doing weight training, I hadn't had that moment where I thought, oh, I've just twinged something. I didn't have that moment in any way, shape or form. It just seemed like this back pain and shoulder pain started developing, and I think this time 2 weeks ago it got a little bit too much. I went for a massage, it didn't really do a lot, and I realised that there was something a little bit more serious going on. And I started to think a lot about why this might be. And I knew that the workout side of things, I didn't know whether that had hindered, helped. I don't know what the correlation of that was to the pain I was experiencing. And the logical thing that I started to think was that it was my posture. So I work from home, so the vast majority of the time I'm sitting sort of on the sofa, looking down at my laptop, and I started to think that that probably wasn't a great idea. So I started to try and improve my posture a little bit. And I'll show you something that I did to actively do that in a second. And I noticed that the pain sort of started to reduce down and actually started to focus in my shoulder blade. So I was very, very happy that the back pain and the lower back pain and the middle back pain sort of started to disperse, but I noticed that I did have a very specific point in my shoulder which I thought could have been causing the other pain, but that it had sort of pinpointed whilst I've been improving my posture. So I decided to go to a physiotherapist to see what was actually happening, because I haven't been able to work out for 2 weeks. For me, that's just super, super frustrating as someone who works out 5-6 days a week. It's been really, really difficult. So I went to see a physiotherapist yesterday at Manchester Physio. And the guy was fantastic. He asked me a million questions, talked through everything, and then did the examination on me. And it's kind of hard to describe. I am in no way I don't know anything about sort of the physiology of the body, etc. And if you can picture a spine, there's the spine, and then there are these little sort of nodules that come off the spine, and he was sort of putting pressure on these little sort of little balls off the spine. That's so scientific. And I could pinpoint that those little knobbles were what was really hurting, and we kind of chatted about it a little bit, and it was kind of we came to the conclusion that it's my terrible posture that had started to cause me some major problems. So I'm doing certain things about it. I'm not working out yet. I'm still a bit scared. The guy recommended that I can do some light exercise, which I'm really excited to try. He did some things. So if I just kind of take this off, you can see that I have some yellow tape on my shoulder. This goes right around my back, and what it is aiming to do, keeping it on for another day, so it'll be 2 days in total, is I got my posture correct. So I put my shoulders up, back and down, and then he put the tape on when I was in the perfect sort of posture position, and every time I slouch I feel the tape pulling, so it makes me sit back up. So it's just a bit of a habit forming thing, which is really useful. He's also given me some exercises to do, which I'm really excited about doing. They're just little things like how I sit and just like twisting slightly just to make sure, and like realigning my posture, which is really, really awesome. Another thing I've been doing is this thing that I have on my chair right now. It's this sort of ergonomic pillow. It's by Medipack. Yeah, there's a website on there. It's kind of moulded, you can't see because it's black, but it's moulded so that it fits your back really nicely and pushes your posture into the right position. I bought this from Amazon, it was like £20. I'm going to put the link in the description box because this has seriously changed things for me. I love it. It was like the best £20 I've ever spent. So if you're sort of struggling with this as well, pick one of those up. I would recommend it just enormously. It's sorted out the vast majority of my back pain. So at the moment I'm going to start doing some light exercise once I take this tape off, and I'm just going to see where it goes, just get a little bit of movement going. If in a couple of weeks I still have that pain, I'm going to go back to the physiotherapist. But I basically just wanted to have a chat with you about it today because it's almost like a way to vent my frustration at not being able to work out, and also just a real sort of way of me telling you guys about how important posture is. And I did think about it. I used to feel bad for the way that I sat. I knew I was hunched, I knew my back was all in a funny shape, but I was just like, I've got work to do, so I'm just gonna do it. Oh my god, posture, it's such a little thing, but it's so important. So if this makes one other person sort of start thinking about the way that they sit and it helps improve their health and stops them from getting this awful back pain that I'm experiencing at the moment, then it's totally worth it. That pillow thing is incredible. So that's my chat. If you guys have had any experiences with back injuries, physio, and how you sort of dealt with that and like workouts and things, please let me know. I'll be incredibly actually really grateful to read your comments and see how you guys dealt with it too. Thank you for watching. I'll be back next week with hopefully more positive news and hopefully something more food related too. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you next week. Bye.